Alright guys, really quick here, we're gonna do a refresh check. Yup, 1 year, $7 million. This changed my life, and I'm gonna tell you guys everything about it and how I did it.
Before he continues, let me tell you guys about the Soulja Mastermind Discord. If you guys aren't in it, you guys need to join it. This is absolutely game changing. As you can see on the screen, these are some of our members' success in the recent months. And to hype up almost hitting 10,000 members, when we do, we're going to be giving away 3 $500 agency accounts and a ton of lifetime Black Hat members, which unlock tons of paid channels and paid access. So don't miss out. Click the link down in the description and join up the Soulja Mastermind Discord. And let's get on with the video.
Yo, what is going on, guys? This is your boy Soulja here, back again with a brand new video. And today I'm going to be going over about how over the last 365 days or so, the last year, I've done around $7 million in TikTok ad sales. I mean, give or take, there's refunds, there's chargebacks, there's adjustments. But give or take, TikTok ads has absolutely changed my life. This platform is crazy, and this is like the third time recording this video because I literally got emotional about it. But I wanted to make the most kind of like informative, straight up content video. And in this video, I'm going to introduce subjects, topics that nobody on YouTube talks about in the dropshipping space. I'm going to contradict many opinions and copy paste the info you hear in all the Discords, the YouTubes, what to do, all these different strategies. I'm pretty much going to debunk it all, exactly what worked for me, how I was able to scale this store up in 1 year. Now in my whole dropshipping portfolio, I'm going to add it up this week, but I do believe I finally hit the 8 figures in dropshipping mark. Now this is in gross sales. This doesn't mean absolute profit. Obviously, I have bad days. Everybody does, but there's different things that we can do to keep it most consistent and as possible. So this video is generally going to be orientated to a more high caliber dropshipper, but I am going to make it so that all these ideologies, all these techniques, strategies, everything I talk about in this video can suffice from anyone who's broke. Maybe they're spending $50 a day on ads, or they haven't found their winner yet, or they haven't found their winning offer yet, to someone who is very high scale, high level. Maybe even if you're spending $25,000, $50,000 a day, I guarantee you can find value in this because I've been doing it for a while. So there's nothing special here. It's literally TikTok ad accounts, Shopify dropshipping stores, general broad products that anyone can find appeal to. So at first I didn't really know how I was going to structure this video, but here I am. I'm just going to start off like this. So here's the number one banger, the number one thing you need to realize when Shopify dropshipping. And this is a misconception. You hear it all the time, saturation is so bad, saturation's terrible. And some people even call dropshipping saturated, which in hindsight, dropshipping is literally just a fulfillment model within a business. So a winning ideology I've always had, and ever since my first winning product, I've kept this in my brain, and it's one of the things I hold to this day that I will never change in my dropshipping career. And I will tell you for now, even if it's dropshipping not, I will be in e-commerce for the rest of my life. This is the vehicle I want. This is something that I believe I can scale it up to $1 million a day in the coming years. And you should too, because anyone can. And if I can do it, you can sure do it damn well better. So the way I saw it was, there's a sales stream going on. There's many orders being made on a certain product. There's tons of people running ads to this certain product. And, saturation at first, in my opinion, is the best thing possible. And I hope I'm not shooting myself in the foot here, because I don't really want to give away too much, but screw it. This is the $7 million in 1 year at 21 years old video. Nothing to sell here. Just really want to make the most genuine, raw content I ever can. So my biggest takeaway is with dropshipping, saturation. It's good. You want to implement yourself within a pre-recurring sales stream. So what I mean by that, if you see something's already selling, and even if there's 5 other stores already selling it, well, guess what? Instead of saying, okay, well, it's saturated, whatever, you pretty much just walked away from a sales stream that you could simply just implement yourself within. So if it's selling, you can easily do the same. Trust me, these guys here that are dropshipping these products, they're not any better than you. Maybe they had a store designer, maybe they had this, that, whatever. It is what it is. If you want, I can have my team set everything up exactly as I would my own. You can DM me down below for one-on-one consulting. So that's one of the biggest things I noticed. It's like there's these pre-occurring sales streams that you can just simply implement yourself within. So, even if that way you take away the risk of, is my product even going to generate sales? So that's one thing I've always noticed, and I've stuck true to it because saturation is good. It's selling, and I'm just telling you, not many people are scaling products more than $200 to $300 in ad spend a day. It's very rare. it's something that you don't see very often. And if you are trying to talk to a much more higher level group of dropshippers, you can join Black Hat in the Discord. We talk about literally everything, anything goes. It gets very nitty and gritty in there, if you know what I mean. But no more plugs. All I'm trying to say is, implement yourself within something that's already working, something that's already selling, and magically it'll work. Trust me. That's all it is. I think taking away emotion from your product and offer, I see so many people get very, very attached, very passionate about what they sell. And again, guys, that's cool. Be passionate, whatever. But at the end of the day, what are we trying to do here, right? We're trying to make money. That's all we care about, in my opinion, is cash flow. Now, obviously, you got to do it right. You got to take. So that's number one. Find yourself within a winning sales stream, and you will win because it's already working. It's not that hard. You don't have to reinvent the wheel, like I said at the beginning. So yeah, I think that's one of the biggest things that can just automatically, change many's ideology after this video. They can simply implement it. It'll work, and they'll be good to go. And then they can follow the next steps. So anybody can create a drop shipping store, and next day, whatever, they're making sales, is what it is. They're winning. They're profitable. They can scale. Dope. Nice. It's whatever. Nobody. And I see this space from the top down. I see everything. I have a huge network of people who are very tied in with either TikTok, ad accounts, different areas like that. So we see all the data, and nobody builds, except the guys that I know who are consistently doing over $1 million a month. Nobody takes time to actually build an adequate foundation. Now, what do I mean by an adequate foundation? You need call-in customer service. You need email customer service. Doesn't need to be done right off the bat, but obviously as soon as sales are starting to be generated, yes. You need upsells. You need SMS. You need email marketing. You need bank relationships and payment processing relationships. Agency ad accounts. You need to make sure your ads don't go down. You need to make sure your fulfillment is strong and your supplier actually has the bandwidth to hold some. That's one of the biggest things I actually spend most of my time on, even before store launches nowadays, because this is my main store, but when a store launches, and I'm constantly launching new projects, I'm constantly working on different things, as we all should be. But anytime a store launches now, since I have the experience at scale, I'll take a month or so to get all of that in place before I start. All the systems in place, the back-end systems are super important. You cannot be fulfilling with AliExpress. You cannot be doing the emails yourself. That's just simply not okay. You're not going to get far doing it. So having those systems in place and being ready to scale, having everything on lock is actually the thing that's going to allow you to scale. So I'm not talking, $1,000 a day. I'm not even talking $5,000 a day. I'm talking if you want to hit that 10K, that 25, that 50K day mark, you're going to need much more higher level resources to accomplish that. Now I see 18-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 20-year-olds all day long, printing like heavy, 20, 25K a day, all because they were able to build out those systems. Even if AliExpress was working for them, even if their Stripe accounts or Shopify payments accounts were working, they actually took that leap and went on to a much more bespoke experience using custom providers for all those resources. So yes, building the foundation is one of the biggest things that I can say to spend time, focus on. This is after you've already, implemented yourself within an occurring sales stream. You've got your winning product, you got your winning offer, you have money coming in. And trust me, when you have these types of resources, there's many more loopholes you can realize. So all of a sudden you can get your cost of goods way down, or you can get your ad metrics way down. Therefore, you're making even more profit. So yeah, one of the best things I ever did was shine away from that whole kind of copycat, copy pasta, AliExpress, Oberlo. Like I said, I'm going to contradict a lot of people that you've probably heard. Going into this next section of this video, like you're about to hear now, is going to blow everybody out of the water, because you've never actually heard real raw content like this. And it only gets juicier after this, trust me. But yes, make TikToks, not ads. Biggest copy pasta, dumbest shit I ever heard, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Any YouTuber that ever said that, and anyone in any Discord, any whatever, please do not listen to them, because they simply don't know what they're doing here. So let me help you here. So Facebook basically works off of pixel optimization. This is what's using a data source that's collecting data over time. And over time, this data, whether it's parsing age ranges, males, genders, whatever, what people are interested in, it's going to use that data and it's going to create the best outcome for the performing audience. Now, with that audience, it's going to take time to develop that pixel and optimize. So with TikTok, a lot of people didn't realize, yeah, the pixel works. It'll keep it within an audience, but what you got to leverage here is the video optimization. This is what's worked for me. This is what will work for you. Now, what exactly do I mean by this? So let's take, for example, and I've said this a couple of times, it's just like kind of the easiest one, most white hat example I could possibly explain. But let's say, you have an ad, you're trying to advertise, let's say, for example, leggings or some sort of, female product, but you're showing females in the ad. And all of a sudden you realize you have these amazing metrics, these amazing cost per purchases, CPM, CTRs, etc. If you're looking to learn more about the actual nitty-gritty ad platforms, I do have many other videos on my channel going over ad strategies, inside and out, and kind of what key performance indicators I look at. And of course the Discord is going to be where it is much more deep end. So your ads will generally look like they're doing a lot better, but all of a sudden you realize that you're getting no sales, but your ads look like they're doing so good, and you're like, what the hell? TikTok doesn't work. If this happens for any product, even if I have winning metrics, it's not going to work. What's happening is TikTok is optimizing towards the most interested audience, the audience that's looping it back, spending the most time, engaging it with the most. So generally that audience is going to be males, right? If you have, a girl on the ad, then that's just typical anthropology. The male is going to be typically watching that video more. So TikTok will see that, it picks up on it, and it does its job. It optimizes towards the interest audience. It makes those people happy. So TikTok's doing its job and you're not. Now, one way, how can you combat this? Well, you can only target females. Okay, well, did that really work? Now that you're only targeting females and you're showing a certain set of models, do you think all the females are going to be happy? No, they're not. They're not. They're going to say, why didn't you pick my body type? Why didn't you pick it? So, to clear everything out for every single product you'll ever run, what's the one controlled thing that you can do in all of your ads to make sure that you don't waste time with this BS, hitting the wrong audience? Well, anyone who ever told you to make TikTok and not ads is clearly screwing you over. And I'll take that to my grave, because that happened to me in the beginning, and I still hold names to that. I still hold people accountable. But what you need to do is make an ad. So we're spending money on a platform. We have the luxury to literally just promote the product, the function, the offer. And therefore, TikTok will only promote that ad to people who are literally generally interested in the product, the function, and the offer. We have an ad, right? That's what we're doing here. Don't go far from the truth. People have all these different misconceptions about what works, what doesn't, and here we are again telling you exactly how to do it. To go more in depth on this subject and how to actually hit the algorithm correctly every single time, I do have a video on my channel going over this. But right before I talk about scaling these ads, I do want to talk a little bit about creative fatigue, because it simply doesn't exist. Anyone who's ever said creative fatigue, make 2 to 3 creatives a day, you need 30 creatives, you need hundreds of creatives, they have simply never done it. And they might have done it for a day, and they found a way that it might have worked for the next day, but no, they're not doing it consistently. I can tell you one thing right now. I have ran the same creative for over a year now on this exact store, and it's performed flawlessly. I do not believe in TikTok ad creative fatigue, but I do believe in ad account and campaign fatigue. Now let me get into that. Campaign and ad account fatigue, hence why you've probably ran ads and they didn't spend. Or you've probably ran ads and, once you got them to spend, they spent for a couple of days, and all of a sudden, you had your budget raised up and it didn't even spend half of it. This platform is still relatively new and it doesn't know how to react to a lot of things. So when you leave a campaign running for a certain amount of time, you will typically notice throttling within the ad account. You need to throttle the ad account in order to get it to spend. You can raise the campaign budgets, or you can create a subsidiary campaign, running alongside it. This will typically throttle the account, get the account spending, get some money flowing, and then all of a sudden you'll notice, the account will start, okay, it's moving along, it's flowing, everything will be good to go. Are the results going to be good? Are the results going to be bad? Typically, they're going to be good if you're implementing yourself within an occurring sales stream, just like we did with this store. But yes, so my typical protocol, and I'm going to only say it one time and one time here, but whenever I notice my results or my sales are not as good, I'm not as profitable all of a sudden, or my accounts aren't spending all of a sudden, what do I do? This is it's my 2-step plan, all right? So whenever I'm having any problems with my ad accounts, and oh man, there's nobody, just so you know, you're in safe hands. My ad accounts get banned, suspended, whatever, all the time. That's why I use agency accounts, so that way I have, resources that can actually keep them flowing. So typically, once I notice, my campaigns aren't working anymore, the first thing I'm gonna do is refresh my creative. What do I mean by refresh? I just mean, refreshing the meta, re-rendering the video and simply bringing it back to TikTok. Now I will typically create a new campaign and create a new pixel. This will reset TikTok back into that learning phase and generally, be giving you better results for your money there, because what TikTok's trying to do within its learning phase now works much differently than Facebook. What TikTok's trying to do is it's trying to show it to more people in order to gather more data in order for TikTok to optimize. Now it's a weird scenario, but hey, we take advantage of ad platforms. Why not exploit it? This is one thing I picked up on at the very beginning. So pixel refreshing, it's awesome. Now for niche collection, things like that, there's obviously contradicting parameters, but hey, we all run ads. That's what it's about. I love to hear all the input from all the sides. This is just what's worked for me consistently for over a year now. But sometimes that doesn't work. Sometimes it's the throttling, the fatigue is actually within the whole ad account itself, unfortunately. And sometimes it just happens. You gotta move on. You gotta create a new ad account. It's really easy to do with agency accounts. You just have to ask them versus sometimes with personals just instantly get suspended or whatever. Super annoying. But so now with the new ad account, you do the same thing. New ad account, new campaign, new pixel, refresh the creative, and you should be back to those original results. If not, try again. You'll get back there, I promise you. One thing with TikTok, if you've ever had good results on a product or offer, you can always get those results back. I've stuck to that ideology. I've always believed in it. And even on my darkest days, it's worked. So it's business. It's going to be volatile. But just know you can always get those original results back once you've had a winning product. Maybe you've had a winning product and maybe I can open your eyes and help you. Please run that again. Try it with a new pixel. Refresh that creative. New ad account. I promise you can actually get back to those great results with TikTok ads. But yes, my biggest takeaway here, creative fatigue is a hoax. Anyone who talks about creative fatigue, anyone saying that you need tons of creatives and you need an agency to make your creatives, at this point, I've realized it's fugazi. Again, maybe it works for you. This is just my takeaway running this scale. All right, guys, so this brings us to the last portion, the last section of this video, which is scaling. Again, this is going over all the ideology, pretty much literally the most raw, anything you'll ever need to accomplish this exactly as I did. With TikTok, you need to be more aggressive and you need to understand how the ad account is actually working and how you can work along with it. So what do I mean by that? When you see results are good on TikTok, and I don't mean your metrics. I'm not saying, oh, you have a 4-cent CPC, but you get no sales. I mean when you're profitable and your ads are doing well, sales are coming in, you're profitable. You have to be profitable. But so many people, they'll be spending $50 a day, $100 a day, and they go, oh, okay, I'm doing good. I'm gonna scale it to 200. I'm gonna scale it to 500. I'm gonna scale it to 1,000. The only way you're gonna do these big numbers is by taking a leap out of your comfort zone. So one thing I've always pushed people to do is scale much more aggressively. Now wait, listen to the rest before you just go and click button. What I mean by scale aggressively. So what I want you to do is when you see results are good, and it's not all the time. I have an awesome surf scaling strategy for this. Parsa also in the Discord has an awesome strategy that goes over his way of doing, scaling aggressively in a 4-phase system. You can follow these step by step. I can wake up at 12 noon. My campaigns are spending, $50 a day. Maybe I'm at $25, $30 of ad spend at that point. And I could say, hey, I'm going to make 20 grand today. And watch this. I notice the results are good. I simply turn the campaign up to $1,000. I wait an hour or two. The results usually tend to get better when you scale it like that aggressively, and then the optimization, you're taking advantage of the video optimization algorithm here because it's favoring you. It's favoring that ad account, that pixel, that creative all on the same day. You're doing well, but this cannot be promised for the next day. So what we do is we take advantage and we scale it very aggressively. So as I said, it goes up to 1,000. Okay, boom, an hour later, I'm gonna surf the campaign up to $2,500 ad spend a day and deploy 10 more campaigns at $1,000 ad spend a day. And then I can even scale those all up to $2,500. I typically don't vertically scale my campaigns over $2,500 a day because it raises red flag suspicions in my ad accounts, as you've seen in a lot of my videos. But it is what it is, right? We just keep going. We keep the ball rolling. New ad account, new pixel, creative, boom, back to those A1 results, right? That's that one little thing that nobody talks about. That's how you see all these kids doing these huge $25, $50, $100,000, $200,000 days with TikTok ads. They're doing this just like I'm telling you right now. This is what I've learned myself. Nobody else has taught me this. It's simply all like self-taught, running ads. at high scale. Now, typically, I like to just do general media buying with general strategies. I'm no longer like into the whole exploitation strategies or anything like that. And if I was, I'd run it complimentary, but it's just not worth the risk of your ad account, especially when results are good, because okay, you can do whatever, a glitch or something, and you can make, an extra 100 or 200 bucks a day, but, following this ideology, this aggressive strategy, manipulating the system, you can make tens and tens of thousands more doing so, and it really separate. There's a big gap there. You'll notice it with a lot of media buyers and Discord or YouTube, and listen to me when I say this. You need to think for yourself. You need to develop your own systems, your own strategies, the things that work for you. Find your best man and pay him handsomely. You don't need to do what everybody else is doing. You don't need to do all these different little complementary things that people are doing. But as far as scaling and everything else I mentioned in this video goes for me, this is a baseline of exactly what I work off of. These are the biggest key takeaways I had this video. It's not some follow this exactly step by step thing, but this is more so, with this mindset overall, this is all you need. This is literally it. So no matter what scale you are, no matter who you are, what you're selling, just follow this, you'll be good. And yeah, so other than that, I really hope you guys did enjoy all that free value. This is from the bottom of my heart. This is literally what I'd say. I wouldn't recommend anything more or anything less. I think with this, everyone can get the same representation, the same input of information to actually take this. Trust me, I'm very experienced at hitting the audience right, just as you know. So I believe everybody here that can take this and do very well, be very successful. Yeah, guys, so please make sure, join the Discord, drop a like on the video. Please don't hesitate to drop any comments down below. I'm going to be getting back to everybody. Make sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe for all the free upcoming value. Guys, this store is just getting started. I'm about to cross the 8-figure mark in e-commerce, and I'm more than happy to share everything behind my backends and systems and everything. And I couldn't be any more thankful for you guys. Again, this is like my 3rd time recording the video. I literally got emotional just because of, looking at these numbers. I couldn't ever imagine this. So genuinely, thank you guys for being here, supporting the journey. That's been it for me. Peace out, soldier up, and salute.